City shelters right now. They need to be talking about preserving and building, not tearing down. So that's not what we're here for. We want to be here to be holding these folks accountable to the neglect that they have been doing to us residents and the allies of New York City public housing residents. So that's the reason why we're here.
That
ain't right. So we want independent oversight of NYCHA. They want us to develop an oversight committee that is independent from the mayor's office.
Yeah.
We want resident control.
Yeah.
NYCHA board is a failure, as you said. Not accountable to their residents, the city, nor HUD, anybody. We want to redesign NYCHA's board to include more residents that are elected by other residents.
Yeah.
We want increased resident participation by strengthening residents' presentation in the bodies such as the TA associations through increased resident education in NYCHA's policies. We also want them to set aside funding for a NYCHA participatory budgeting program for capital projects. So now, do we want to get into our speakers at this moment? Okay, so we want to introduce our first speaker, Gilbert.
My name is Gilbert Alisea. I'm a resident of the Jacob Reese houses in the Lower East Side since 1977 with my family. I'm also a member of GOLD, the good old Lower East Side. I'd like to start off by giving an example of a personal experience I've had living in the project. And it's in regards to a leak. A leak, if not addressed, I found out right away, creates a domino effect. Instead of one apartment, 7 apartments are now damaged and in need of repair. The cost of repairs are increased 7-fold. Not to mention the issue of quality of life. Okay. They're very slow. They're slow to repair, but they're quick to evict and to transfer seniors, all because they've been saying there's a deficit. Now we learn that NYCHA has been sitting on $1 billion. It's time for them to move the money.
Move the money.
Use those funds to make repairs and pay for maintenance. The individuals on the board of NYCHA are totally out of touch with NYCHA residents who suffer and squalor on a daily basis. They make 6-figure salaries and detached from the realities of NYCHA residents' lives, and some have no prior experience working in housing at all. There's only one tenant representative, and he makes $250 a month. Obviously, he lives in one of the 5 boroughs. And how is he able, firsthand and competently, to look out for the other four boroughs? Then they make decisions shrouded in secrecy about things they know nothing about. Why should they make decisions about our lives? Who better than the tenants themselves to know what needs to be done?
Right.
We need to make sure this kind of outrageous and flagrant mismanagement doesn't happen again. We need real accountability. There needs to be more tenant representation on the board of NYCHA. There needs to be an independent watchdog committee, independent from NYCHA and from the mayor's office, to monitor NYCHA. NYCHA is our landlord, and we need to know what they're doing. Why are they holding this money, and why aren't they using it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Move the money, money, 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 move the money, money.
Okay, we're going to keep this rolling. We're going to move on to our second speaker.
behind that wall.
Please step up.
Back here. I'm on mission. I know it.
My name is Madeline Innocent. I'm a longtime resident of Douglas Houses and a member of the community of Williamsburg. My concerns, as well as the concerns of the residents, are many. But the resolution are simple if only NYCHA would truly listen to those who know it's best, we the residents. I would like to tell you 2 short stories that suggest a concrete resolution to the problem. I was in the elevator at Douglas and 2 teenagers, male and female, entered the elevator with me. The male started kicking the walls of the elevator and I asked him why would he do that? He replied, "Oh, this is the project, who cares? They don't care about us." The female replied and said, "This is where you live, you should take care of it." The second story is a personal one. When I go shopping, I seek out the best possible product because I want quality. When I buy quality items, I tend to take care of it better, and I make sure no one harms or abuses that item. I mentioned these stories because I was proud of the young lady in my first story because she cared, and the second, I found that most people who work hard to purchase something or take part in choosing something to make sure it lasts as long as possible, and that people respect it. Now, I mention these things to say those who seem not to care are because the stigma is nature not caring about its residents, and sitting on $1 billion exemplifies that yet are many like the young lady who understand that we must push those who care to care because it is our lives in our neighborhood. A concrete to this resolution is participatory budgeting in NYCHA. This process allows residents to determine the needs of its developments and bring it to a vote to determine which ideas will be implemented. It will positively give the residents a sense of ownership and as well as self-worth and pride. In the end, building a necessary relationship between NYCHA and its residents, young and old, instead of few deciding what's best for the crowd. Give us the money, move the money.
Give us the money.
Move the money, money, 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 move the money, money.
Okay, we're going to go on to the third speaker, which is a member of Mothers on the Move. She's not able to be here, but she wanted me to read what she had to say. Our homes are in a state of disrepair. It is to the point where quality of life is below standard. NYCHA has always stated that they don't have money. They have stated to get this money from HUD. They have implemented a repair service that basically takes notes of what needs to be fixed. Its service is so backlogged that one tenant had to wait a month for one person to check a clogged sink. It's fantastic that NYCHA now has $1 billion. However, the fact that they are sitting on such a large sum is a prime example of how NYCHA has been repeatedly unorganized in their affairs with its tenants. There has to be way more accountability. Maintenance should be handled more proactively. Pest control should happen every month, not every 10 years. My hope is that NYCHA create opportunities where tenants can assist in the creation of opportunities and where tenants can assist in a proactive system of repairs that actually works. Just because we are in a lower economic bracket, it does not mean we should live in a lower standard. Thank you.
Move the money, money, 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 move the money, money.
Okay, we're going to move on to our next speaker, which is our last speaker. Alvin, please step up to the podium.
I'm Alvin Bartolome, a resident of NYCHA. I'm not the only one with this on their minds. I would like to know why is it that we as residents and stakeholders of NYCHA have to live in unrepaired homes, no Section 3 jobs, no sense of real community or security, when you have $1 billion of unused federal funds which will go a long way to meet the needs of fellow residents. Here I am, as many other residents, needing repairs, yet we have to wait years just to get them done. We all have experienced the harassment of the NYPD. We have all seen NYCHA and its board walk around as if they don't have to be held accountable. With your actions, you have proven that you have absolutely no respect that housing is a human right. Rather, you have pushed forth that it is a privilege. Apart from paying rent, we have invested time. That is something that you can never give back to us. And that alone should be more of a reason why NYCHA board members should be appointed by residents and residents alone to serve on the board. We need people from our development. We need advocates. We need elected officials to provide oversight of NYCHA operations. From here on forth, NYCHA, you have been exposed, and you will be held accountable by us, residents.
I'd like to address this first. The second largest killer in the United States of America is now mold. The owner of the building and the floor of the community.